this next idea will either be brilliant or disastrous. Let's find out. Good morning, it's day 4 of the caravan restoration. Here we are inside the caravan. Stacey's over there making tea. Plan for today, well, first up, I didn't do anything yesterday. I had a day off, which was quite nice, although I was still doing things. But anyway, gave me a bit of headspace to think about next moves. I'm going to take this cupboard down today, and I am going to do that wall, because to be honest, if you get the caravan to this state, what might as well. And then the other thing I want to do today is I want to peel up this floor, get rid of all the rotten damp, the plywood on top, and then look at how we're going to repair that. I've got a couple of ideas. I want to maybe brace across the A-frame here to provide a bit of extra rigidity in the frame and under the floor there, to help out, especially as we're going to be putting a lot of more weight on this area than what we have done previously. So that's the plan for today. Cupboard, wall, floor. So let's see how we get on. All right, that's the electric off again, folks. I'll have to disconnect this light, which means it's a little bit dark in here, so I apologize, but won't be very long. All right. Four more screws. Wish me luck. Just share this with you real quick. Little tip. That was a screw up there. I'm going to focus the camera 1 second. You can see there's a screw up here. Now I couldn't get out before because it was just spinning. I've jammed the scraper hard up against it, which means the threads of the screw are now touching the side of the scraper, and because of that, it'll screw out. So not a handy little trick really if you've got a screw that just refuses to budge. Right, let's carry on. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous because the last one dropped. So, I can feel it moving. Now, we've been here before, folks. There's a screw that needs sorted. Screwdriver. Something else holding it just over here. Look at that! Just found that in the caravan. I might give him a ring. Right, I think there's screws and staples on this side. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to get the hacksaw, the electric hacksaw, and just cut them out. Fingers crossed. I couldn't find the demolition blade, so I'm going to go and have a look and see if I can find the hacksaw blade in the garage. I know I saw it somewhere the other day on the floor, and I thought, you know what, I should really pick that up because I'll not be able to find it when I need it, and hey ho, here I am. So, back in 5. Right, yeah, because what I need to do is I need to run the saw down there. Okay. Okay, so maybe going a bit further to the left. Maybe we'll straddle the safe. Unsurprisingly, folks, I couldn't find my hacksaw blades for the reciprocating saw. So we're going with the demolition blades. I've just had that look from my wife that says, "You're an idiot."
She is.
I get that look fairly frequently.
Good idiot though.
Fairly frequently do I get that look.
I never really mean it though.
Wow. Not every day.
There's a quota.
I didn't really want to use this because it's a bit thin. Right, you did that, push it down just a wee bit. There we go. Oh, why is that going on?
What's that? Hashtag.
Right. Let's toss it a bit more on the staple. That's where I need my hacksaw blade. There's just catches on it. It doesn't cut. Bear with me. Let me go get a chisel. You can let go if you want for the moment. It's not going to come down. We're back. We're going to chisel it. Can you hold again? Right there, wasn't it? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Right, where's the? I say this a lot, don't I? God's sake. Why can't I find anything?
Isn't that a hacksaw? Well, that's a pen, it's alright.
No, it's a hacksaw, but it's getting it in there and getting good action on it. Right, I can see the screw now. Oh, I can see the screw, Gavner. It's down there. Ooh. I think we've got something there. Right, that one loose. Now. As the RAF boys finish going over.
We're stuck on that hook now.
I'll just grab the cables. There you are. Where are you going with it? You going out the window? Screwdriver. Well, that wasn't as entertaining as last time, was it, folks?
Off you go then.
Off I go. Oh, you want me to go around and get it?
I have to do everything around here. Yeah. Oh, what's that cupcake wrapper doing there? That's evidence. Do you want this too?
There we are, folks. More mystery screws from the outside in. Before they put the ceiling on, or the roof material on, shall we say. So I'm going to cut those off with a hacksaw because they are prime head catching height and I don't fancy losing a bit of my scalp. So get those cut off then, and then we'll start delving into this little mystery, which it looks like I will have to get the window out because it's all here. So there we are. We'll end up with very few windows in this caravan before long, but
Windows are overrated.
yeah, when you live in a shed, it's okay. Right, let's get cracking. So take this wall covering off and see whether I have to take the window out. I think. Yes, we'll take the window out. I'm not going to film it because the battery's going low and you've seen me do it a load of times before, so I'm just going to put the GoPro on charge and I'll whip the window out in the time being. Okay? Lovely, so I've got the window out. I'm going to take off this panelling that someone put on last. That looks to be obviously all new. So put that on and we'll see what's underneath it. Put that on, take that off, see what's underneath it. And then I'll trim around here and take a line. I'll probably take it to here because I imagine looking at that, that's where the damp came in up to that point originally. So it seems sensible to take the whole lot off and see what's there, because it's even down here as well by the looks of it. So yes, let's try that then. Right, it's lunchtime. There's no Fray Bentos pie today. We're having pasta instead. So I'm going to take a break there, and then afterwards I'm going to come back. I'm going to cut that with the oscillating saw, and then finish stripping down the rest of this, and we'll see where we get to. All right. Okay, with a status update for you guys. I have cut off that wall, as you can see just there, and I've scraped away the polystyrene. I've taken a bit more off this wall because this baton along here is pretty rotten, and I just had, I mean, off camera, it's a little sort of a sigh and a harump, but actually when I look at that baton, sorry, let me go back a step. The reason why I had the sigh and the harump is because that baton is rotten, and you can see all the way there, all the way through behind the kitchen. I thought, there's no way in hell I'm taking the kitchen out at this point in time. All I'm going to do, I've decided, is I'm going to leave that line there, snip it off, and just glue a new batten to the wall all the way along, so that if we do want to put furniture back in or whatever, I've got something kind of secure to glue things to. I'm running a bit late today because Stacey's been having me do things to help her out, because she's been recording a video for her music channel today, so I've been helping her do that, so I haven't quite got as far as I wanted. So I'm going to crack on, see if I can get a bit of this floor up down here, and we'll see what time it is. It's 2:20 now. I've got to run an errand at 4, so I've got to be cleared and tidied away from here at 4 o'clock, so yeah, let's see how we can get on. Alright, I'm going to have a go at looking at this section in a bit more detail. It looks to me like this is two kind of bits of wood that have been cut in a kind of a semicircle. You can see maybe just a join down there, and strangely enough they've managed to cop the coach bolt for the corner study right on the join. So I'm going to try and get the corner study off first of all. I imagine it's going to be a bit of a job, but we'll have a little go, because that will then help me get this out, and then I can reconnect that. If needs be, I can always cut the heads off the coach bolts using an angle grinder, but I'd rather try and keep them in one piece if I can, because it keeps everything nice and neater. Lift this section from the bottom floor, see what's around, and then yeah, take it from there. But obviously that section will need to be completely changed anyway, because it's all rotten. I'm going to try and work out how best to kind of clear all this up. I don't know if we can, probably struggling to see that on the camera just a wee bit. You've got, on the bottom of the outer skin, we've got a timber here, and then on the floor side we've got another timber batten here, so a batten there, both have rotted away, which is why you've got the gap. What I'm going to try and do is, using the oscillating saw at some point, is trim off this batten and then just tap it off, and then see if I can put another, well that one will be easy enough to put in, but it's the one on the floor, so I'm going to have to try and lift up the top skin, although feeling it here, there's the batten, and if you can just see that gap there. Bring the light over. I've just blinded myself now so I can't see. But you've got a batten, try and get the camera the right way around. So there's the batten on the outer skin, which comes to about there, and then you've got just there, you see that lip? So you've got the top surface of the floor, and then another batten. Oh, that was a bit softer. So that one's replacing to about there, I'd say. So I'm not sure I'm going to get that one in, that's going to be a bit trickier. So I'll try maybe lift up the top layer of the floor. But I don't want to try and create more work for myself than what's absolutely necessary. Anyway, let's try and get these coach bolts out first for the corner study. I've just lowered the rear corner studies just to wind the jockey wheel up a bit to give me some height. But obviously with removing so much weight from the front of the caravan, the front end's now up in the air, and even me sitting on the hitch doesn't bring it back down. So I'll need to borrow a few heavy people tomorrow to try and get it to level off again, and then maybe think about I don't know, put some bags of sand or something on the front end. But I yeah, I never gave that a thought actually, but there we go. Anyway, at least it means it's not going to crash down on my head while I'm underneath it. You're looking at this corner steady. Right, let's have a look at this then. So I found a 14mm spanner that goes onto it, but I don't think it's actually a 14mm spanner either, because you can hear that it's got some play in it. It could even be a Imperial nut, in which case I haven't got my Imperial set here, but in any event, it doesn't matter because it's just turning, because there's no resistance up top. Because the wood's so rotten, so it's just going to turn the nut. So I'm going to have to get the grinder out, and I'll have to cut the head of the nut off and then just tap it down and through. Which is no big deal really. So there we are. We'll keep going. So I'm about to use the angle grinder to cut the heads off these coach bolts, which will then allow me to tap them through the floor so that we can put new ones on when we rebuild. Always important when using an angle grinder, health and safety. So I'm just going to put the camera up a wee bit higher so everyone can see. Get rid of all the stuff in the area that might cause you a problem. Obviously very important, a face shield to stop any sparks from going into your eyes or any bits of grinder. Hearing protection as well, very important. Gloves, and also to stop the sparks from igniting anything, you can put something in the way that will absorb the sparks. So there we are, put that there. Right, let's give this a go. So there you go, Fray Bentos pies. Useful for more than just eating. Right, let's tap these out. It fell out so quickly I hadn't noticed it had dropped out, and I thought it was somewhere else here. But there's the hole. Right, good. One more thing done. It's easy to see why people just scrap caravans when they get to this stage. They are a lot of work to get right again. And when you think I've done this 3-4 days now, and okay, I'm not a professional, I'm not doing it as quickly as one, but even you can see how many days work it's going to be, and you can see people just saying, you know what, it's not going to be worth me paying a professional £100 a day to do this. That does not want to come out. Okay, I might have another think about this. It's glued on pretty well to the bottom floor, and what I want to avoid doing is completely knackering the bottom floor here. So I'll have a little think and see how else we can do this possibly. Because using a chisel just to chisel off the old wood, you can see it's about I don't know, about an inch maybe, something like that. One side of the piece where the corner steady goes through, which makes sense because you want something nice and strong, but I'm not sure how best to get that up. So I'll have a little think and we'll come back. It might be that if I can slide a whole new piece of like treated plywood or something underneath the corner steady to take up this entire area, that might be probably the best way forward to tackle that. But I'm not sure at the moment, so alrighty, I'll come back to you when you've got another idea. Right, I've given it some thought, and I think the oscillating saw is going to be the answer. So I'm going to try that now, because it's got a nice kind of, the way it cuts is it's sort of angled, so yeah. So fingers crossed I can just nip it under, and we'll take out all this. It shouldn't give it too much challenge, I wouldn't have thought. So let's have a go. I'm going to put the hearing protection on, so it'll be going for quite a while. Might switch to the bigger blade, I think. Right, let's give this a whirl. Well, it's not as long, is it? We'll see. See how we get on. It's going to become a wee bit easier now. So as you can see, because I've taken stuff out the front of the caravan, there's no weight in the front end now, and it's just tipped straight back up. I was going to leave it like this and wait for Stacey to come give us a hand, but actually it's not going to make any difference because even with my weight on the front, it doesn't drop down sufficiently anyway. So I'm going to tip it over and then put some jack stands underneath it. So let's see how this goes. This next idea will either be brilliant or disastrous. Let's find out. The battery box. Okay, so far it's brilliant. In the 30 seconds that it took me to get from the van to the back of the caravan, I've only got lost the pin for this. So I'm just going to put a bolt through it. As if they used to let me teach kids. Alright then, let's get packed away and let's get home. I've done enough today. Doesn't feel very secure, but anyway, it's on the rear axle stand. I didn't want to leave it on the one of the rear legs because all the weight of the back of the caravan was on the rear legs, which isn't great. I guess I could have jacked it up, but then I've got the machine here, which makes it a bit easier. Don't think I've bent the hitch, but if we have, then I have. Anyway, right, okay, I'm gonna get packed away, I'm gonna get home, get showered, and run my errands, so I'll see you on the next episode. Okay, cheers guys, bye!